United we stand, singing from the Stratford end. Come on! Big Angie's a Pratt. Well, better show that. Come on! Cheerio, Rodrigo. Evans can't strangle you no more. Come on! It's your dirty shit. Blame it all on D-Lit. Come on!
Hello and welcome to Rick and Nick's Manchester United podcast. We haven't done this for quite a few months, but we felt because it's sort of towards the end of November or the start of November now, and the season's been on for like 4 months, that it's time for us to come back and do sort of a review of what things have, how things have been going. Right now we are watching Liverpool versus Manchester City in Etihad Stadium. Obviously a very, very big footballing event. Judging by the events of midweek, all the English teams have been beating European teams quite easily. So this game here must rank as one of the biggest games in Europe, if not the world, right now, because it's obviously Liverpool versus Man City. So I'll say, Nick, say hello to the
Hi guys, happy Sunday. I'm so glad to be back. I've just got distracted here. I think Count Dooku scored for Man City, so it's 3-0 now to Man City. Let's go. I find it really strange because I'm a Manchester United supporter and I never thought I'd see the day where I'd prefer a Man City team to win over Liverpool, but it's just the way it is now, guys. And
that was sensational.
It was really good, and let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, the Count.
That was a hell of a goal.
Not against Manchester United, of course, but in this game, let's go.
But that was a hell of a goal. I mean, he hit that from 25 yards out there, I think.
Can you hear my ice jingling, guys? I've got a lovely wee glass of Pinot Grigio.
Bradley's icing it there, and Doku's just come in there, switched his feet, and it's a hell of a finish. And
it just shows you what a game can do, because obviously we watched Liverpool against Real Madrid midweek in the Champions League, and Conor Bradley was coming off as like a wee bit of a hero up against Vinicius Junior, and he was, and I do have to admit that. But today, Doku has outclassed him, to be fair. I can't really say I've rated Conor Bradley anyway. That would be two-faced if I'd done that. But after watching the 2 games this week, and you know what? Pep Guardiola's 1,000th game, and he spent half of that time in the Premier League. So, come on, Pep.
Half of it.
Well done to Pep.
It's a long way back for Liverpool in this game now, I think.
I said actually, because you had said about how 2-0 is an uncomfortable. It's one of the worst. And because of being a Manchester United supporter, guys, I know how bad that is, because you can go from being 2-0 up to 3-2 down very, very fast. And 3-0 is always a bit more comfortable.
It is.
Yeah, but I don't think that there's been any wrong decisions in this game, and that's being fair. Liverpool fans will come at me, maybe.
Right.
I was disgusted at Haaland missing the penalty, but he did redeem himself a wee bit by scoring a goal after it.
Give the keeper credit. He did save it,
through gritted teeth, guys. Jokes.
Well, look. We'll try and keep the podcast to a 30-minute sort of session here, but do you know what? It probably will be a bit longer, but and we do have quite a few things to go through. The first thing we're going to start off with here is fantasy football, Premier League fantasy football.
Right, so guys, what do you have to? We have like a wee fantasy football thing going, right? So you're actually listening to the guy who is at the top of it and the girl who is at the bottom of it, right? And here, do you know what? I take it, right? But I am so disappointed in myself, right? So I actually started off really well in it, to be honest, whenever I had the team that I had. And the guy to my right, he did have Erling Haaland in it from the start. And that's all good. But then Haaland started to score goals in every game. So then everybody followed. Everybody now wants Haaland on their team. For me, I picked a team that sat right with me at the start of it. And I would never, ever have, think with your brain, have Haaland in your team. He's going to score and score and score. But
I thought that.
I wanted a team that sat right with me, and I get it. You were thinking with your brain, I was thinking with my heart, right?
He's the best striker.
But I also had people like maybe Bruno Fernandes, but that's also thinking with my heart, but a wee bit of my brain. But you see now, fantasy football has just, and I say this, and I actually am bored by it, because everybody is switching up players, everybody's looking at what's got people points in previous games. If you don't, the position I'm in is because I didn't take Haaland on a few weeks ago, and do you know what? That was sitting better with me than the position I'm in today, because I have put him in my team. I switched my team up. I've lost, nearly 40 points to switch my team up. I put him as triple captain today against Liverpool because I just thought, what the fuck? This is getting boring, to be quite honest. And I do think Fantasy League football with Premier League has a lot to answer for. We should be following the rules of the Premier League. You cannot transfer and switch players unless it's the summertime or unless it's the Christmas time, January period. And that, for me, is the way that it should be. And I actually think it will be so much more interesting to see people's results starting out with the team that you have. Yeah, use your substitutes, but if you're clever, use your substitutes back and forward. But I don't know, it's the first time, guys, I've ever done it.
Same here.
I sit here and admit I am bottom place, but you know what? I sold out and I am not happy with myself about it. And you see, if I could actually put my first team that I picked back now, I would, only I'm going to drop loads more points to have to transfer people again, because Haaland does not sit right with me, even though I'm ranting here, sorry, even though it is the brain thing. But you done it from the start and I respect that, but you see everybody jumping on the bandwagon, I don't but that's where the rules of this fantasy football thing I don't agree with. I think that it should be played the way the Premier League is played, and that's it.
The transfer thing's ridiculous, because it really only should be in January.
Yeah.
Or, and you only have one transfer window.
Yes, because you only do it for the season, I get.
Do you know what I
but
mean?
That is the way that it should be, to be honest.
You choose your team, and that's it.
And you stick with it. And I actually think you'd be so proud of your wee team members, and you'd be so proud.
And if someone's shit, they're shit.
Do you know? I mean, I bloody had Garnacho, even though he played for Chelsea, because I love that guy, even though he went from United to Chelsea. And I dropped it, and I have been a sellout, and I'm absolutely ashamed of myself. And this fantasy football doesn't sit right with me anymore.
The only thing doesn't sit right with you is Haaland.
Yeah, because everybody's
that's it.
If I actually added Haaland's 30 points that he gets most people on to every game, then that would, I'm up there. But I have sold myself out to do this.
Yeah, and I think everybody is overcomplicating things now, because Haaland is so ridiculously brilliant. But nobody else is.
Here, if you had him from the start, I applaud. That's what I'm saying.
But nobody else is. The thing is, he is clouding the whole thing because you're seeing now people getting 30 points every game.
Yeah,
right?
So what they have seen...
But nobody else is doing that.
No, and what people have seen from a person who originally has had Haaland is that's what he gets you. So everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
Yeah, but...
And it's ruined the whole... And fantasy football has let that happen.
Agreed.
It's very sad.
But if it wasn't for Haaland, right? Because nobody else has done this here. Nobody else is banging his numbers now.
No, because it's hit or miss. It's like, I put Nick Pope for Newcastle. Now, I did substitute him, right? And do you know what? But I should have fucking stuck with him. And
Yes.
Dean Henderson on the bench
brilliant.
today for Crystal Palace, who I love so much, and I wanted him to stay at Manchester United. That's why I picked him in the first place. He would have got me more points than Raya for Arsenal this weekend. So
Yes, that's
you
right.
see, if we had have all stuck with our original teams, I think this fantasy league football would have been so interesting.
Would have been a lot better. Yeah, I agree
But
with that.
now
I agree with
just absolutely think it's a shit show because sure, this weekend if somebody doesn't suit you, sure, just transfer them out.
Tell me this here. Why did nobody pick Doku?
Wow, no, I did see him a few times, and do you know, I don't know. We need to end my ranting at some point here because I'm becoming ridiculous about it. But I do think that the rules of fantasy football aren't right. It doesn't make for a good.
If it's going to be a Premier League fantasy football thing, then they should follow the rules of the proper league. Mm-hmm. One transfer window and that's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I totally agree with that.
You know, got to be wrong.
Yes,
Okay.
that concludes it.
Sorry if me clear my throat. I've got that thing in my throat where it's like a frog in the throat thing. Okay.
It's
Listen,
all the vaping, guys.
it is a lot of vaping going
Don't
on here.
vape, it's not cool.
What's our next? Our next topic is Haaland then.
Yeah,
But we kind of spoke about
yeah,
him.
we've talked. It's two rolled into one, to be honest. So because of Haaland's performance this season, that's why everybody's jumped on the Haaland bandwagon.
But how good is he? We're talking about the player now.
He must be. He is outstanding. He is showing outstanding quality. I mean, look at there's Mo Salah here. I mean, he's kind of went downhill a bit. Haaland, I'm not a fan of Haaland.
No, but look at Haaland compared to every other striker in the Premier League, or apart from Harry Kane, but he's still in the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
Right.
Haaland's the one that you'd want. He's
But
providing the
my
goals.
question to you is, how far ahead of other strikers in the Premier League is he?
Well, big time, because he's getting, if you take it back again to fantasy football, he's adding 30 points onto people's teams. That's sometimes double what they get in a week
I know.
by the performances that he's
So,
making.
can you name me a couple of other
Well, I
strikers?
do think we need to count Dupin,
Oh yeah,
because he has had a good game.
Next, what sort of has an eye in the game here. Just watching Doku getting taken off here, and just applauding his performance.
Yeah, because I am not a bitch. I am a Manchester United. Do not get me wrong, but I will tell you something, guys. See, whenever everybody else has been all gonna walk out of the stadium, out of Old Trafford, and all on them, I'm the one. If I could afford to be there every week, would stay to the very end because I love them so much. Win, lose or draw.
Yeah, can we-
But I will also appreciate other players and other teams.
Can we talk about that move from Guardiola, right? Why would you let Conor Bradley off the hook there by taking Doku off? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's brought Marmoush on. Marmoush is not even proven really in Premier League at all. So he has given Bradley.
He's given, like Haaland gave them a lifeline earlier on. There's that guy Nunes again running up. I actually think he's been a man of the match today. I really believe
definitely.
he has been. Arnie Slot wasn't clever enough to be able to get his players to mark him. He was free a
Shall
lot.
we get back on topic by Haaland?
Right, okay, you brought me back again.
So Haaland, in my opinion, Erling Haaland is probably the best. Not probably, he is the best centre
Luke
forward.
Nunes took care of Mo Salah again. Well, Sobolsky, or what do you call him?
Szoboszlai, yeah.
Sobolsky
Yeah.
got it back. Right, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I would say Erling Haaland is the best centre forward in the world by an absolute mile at the minute. an absolute mag. He can play in Argentina, Brazil, Portugal, Spain, Germany, anywhere. He's going to score you 35 goals a season without a fucking doubt. And that's coming from a red here. You know, we've seen players come and go for our club, strikers, many of them. This guy here would be scoring 30 goals a season for Man U. No doubt about it. He's that good. I think now we're going to move on from him, and we're going to talk about just a sort of a general roundup of European world football here. So we're going to talk about, first of all, a guy I call Arnie Ballbag, right? He's actually called Arnie Slot, okay? He came in last season to Liverpool. We haven't done this podcast since maybe last February or something. This season, Arnie has managed to engineer, at one point, 6 defeats out of 7 games. And that's pretty unheard of for Liverpool Football Club. So I have to ask you, Nick, how have you found Arnie this season?
Well, to be honest, and I was like, oh, he's living the dream, right? He took over, and I do not like Jurgen Klopp one bit. It's just I don't know him personally. I just don't like Jurgen Klopp.
He was good though.
But as a manager, Arnie Slot came into a team that Jurgen had managed, and a well built up team, built up team. I'm not taking that away from him. What I can say is, in comparison, the only comparison that I have is what Ruben Amorim came into, and he came into an absolute shit show, right?
Bad, yeah.
We got nobody even, there is nobody around, right, who actually give Ruben one bit of consideration in all of this, that he came in to a shit show.
But let's keep this to Arnie.
No, I am, and I'm trying to compare. Arnie had it all. Well, then he's had a new season. People leave, and you know what? How
many players?
No, Jota, right? And honestly, that is so tragic in his poor wee family.
And if you admit it, he was a good player.
Yeah, but he's never one of my favourites. But my God, right? So he left because he had and that's terrible. But then other people left.
Well, I'll name a couple.
Slot's had a new season.
Well, I'll name a couple of players that would let go. Luis Diaz. Right, he's one of those
I
players.
didn't really like him anyway, but
he
they must miss him. Yes, they did. Yes, the Colombian guy.
Darwin Nunez.
I didn't like him either.
Yeah, Tsimikas.
I seen him the other day. Was it for Roma?
Yeah.
I love Roma so much, and then I seen Tomiskas. That's what I call him anyway. I'm not very good with pronunciations.
So quite a few players left Liverpool, and then obviously either Liverpool's board or Slot was involved in buying new players. So they spent £130 million on Isaac, and they spent £120 million on Florian Wirtz.
Isaac's behaviour does not sit well with me at all. And you know what, guys? Sometimes what you reap is what you sow, to be quite honest. And the way he left Newcastle, for me, and I'm a Manchester United supporter, I'm not biased or anything in any of this.
You're the best.
What, because I love the tune?
Yeah,
I do love the tune, by the way, and I love Sam Fender,
Yeah.
and Newcastle in England is my absolutely favourite place to go ever. But in saying that, I did say we have so many times passed up the opportunity to get in the metro to go to the Stadium of Light because we have had other things on.
Tangent alert, tangent.
And especially North Shields and all, but I would go to see the Stadium of Light, but I love Newcastle so much, and I'm going to often one. But at the end of the day, Isaac does not sit right with me. He wouldn't sit right with me if he came to Manchester United either with doing that. And
you wouldn't have him.
Wirtz, I mean, I heard Jurgen Klopp doing an interview a few weeks back going, oh, you haven't seen the real Wirtz yet. Yeah. Oh my God, how long is it going to take? Because you see Manchester United players, they do not get that length of time to prove their worth.
They get 2 games.
Yes, so
2 games.
Come on, guys.
So, look, I mean, at the end of the day, can we move on from Arnie Slot? I think, for me, Arnie Slot is probably looking at getting fired this season. I know it's early days, but I would imagine Liverpool fans will not be happy with the level of performance in their team. They won't be happy with the lack of goals.
I mean, today so far
You know.
3-0 against even though it's Man City, and they have had a lot of downs too.
Let's go on to the next topic here. Which
I love to talk.
I know we've done Isaac. Okay, we're going to do Virgil van Dijk. Okay.
I don't do.
Let's do this quickly. Virgil van
Right.
Dijk.
Okay. Because I could go rant about him for a year probably. Okay, go you first.
Well,
then.
Virgil van Dijk is obviously has been a fantastic defender, without doubt. Celtic legend, definitely.
Is he that brilliant when he doesn't have Alisson behind him?
No, he's not. And Southampton, he was good for them as well. Celtic legend, definitely. But right now, his arrogance is it's overpowering his performance on the pitch.
I think his arrogance is terrible. That is the reason I can't.
He's playing worse now than what his arrogance is.
Yeah.
You know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're playing so good, then it kind of warrants a bit of arrogance.
Definitely.
But the way he is at the minute,
Yep.
and I think Mo's struggling with that too, because I think he's a very arrogant man as well.
So what I would say is, I think at the end of the season, Liverpool would be looking for an exit route for Van Dijk
I think so too.
and to bring somebody else in.
Yeah. I think his time's up.
Well, we'll see.
Why I'm just being ruthless.
Let's move on.
Right.
Well, Trent-
You cut me off. Sorry I said it.
No, well,
I'm
Trent-
not sorry.
I'm sorry about also make this a Liverpool centric here. We're talking
It's
about
only because they're on at the minute,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of we're back and forward watching the game.
and then Trent Alexander.
And obviously, I'm not. We as Manchester United supporters don't have European football or a lot of cup games or anything
Horrendous.
going on, so we have a lot of interest in other games.
So we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was a Liverpool homegrown player, been at the club 7 years old. I think he was there. Decided that he wanted to make a move to Real Madrid. I personally think Liverpool are missing him terribly right now. Terribly. He's a good player. He can't get in the Real Madrid first team, which is strange because Real Madrid's team is
Cheese is coming in.
Chiesa.
I was joking.
So,
I couldn't really pronounce it. Verts is off. Arnie had to bring Verts off and put Cheese. And Connor Bradley's come off. He's had a bad game.
See, big
They've
mistake.
had a bad day, in the words of Daniel Powder.
Yeah, the big mistake putting this match on for you, but did the podcast is.
I know, I keep getting distracted.
Yeah, okay. So Trent, I listen to finish with Trent. Trent is a super talented player. The first time that I seen him play, an amazing thing was against Barcelona when they beat them 4-0 at Anfield, and he done this really crazy corner kick where he just sort of passed it into the box and the score, and I'm like, that's sensational. He is a big miss for Liverpool. I just really hope for his career he can get it back on track, because he can never come back to Liverpool, and also he is struggling in the Real Madrid first team, which suggests to me he's made a wrong move here, but we'll see. Great player. We're going to move on now.
I'm not a huge fan of his.
No, nor am I. But
I'm not, but
he's a good player.
I actually think sometimes, and you can all come at me, Liverpool supporters, see the way you treated that man
That's
whenever
bad.
he went back to Anfield with
bad.
Real Madrid
It's really
during the
bad.
week.
Really
There's no need for that,
It's really
because at the end of the day,
Really bad.
you see, if that was your son, right, and your son had played for this club for years, but it's like anything, it's a career progression for him, he thinks,
Well, he
right?
thinks
and
that,
he
yes.
wants to make that move to Real
Yeah.
Madrid, to go to a city, to
Well,
to start speaking another
can I-
language
can I-
and
can I-
all.
can I-
No, to progress
Can
him.
I link here? Can I link the next one, Bellingham?
And he's the opposite.
No,
he's a
no.
disgrace.
Trent is a big friend of Jude Bellingham,
Well, I don't know why.
because and that's another reason why Trent left Liverpool to go to Real Madrid.
Well, I would say, see, if I was his parent,
Mm.
Jude Bellingham's my child's friend, my son's friend, I would be having talks, because I think he is a not a very nice human being, and you can all come at me for that as well.
Who's this? Jude Bellingham?
Yes.
No, well, and I think Trent is. You know, But the thing about it is, obviously, Bellingham had a massive influence in pulling Trent to Real. You know, so
But I go back because I am a Manchester United supporter. Mason Greenwood, I don't know all the circumstances of that, but
poor, yeah.
until proven guilty, you're not guilty. I don't think he ever was that much, but he had to leave Manchester United.
That's controversial.
That's okay, but anyway, I'm just saying I don't know if he was or not.
Well, you see the pictures of the girl's face beat.
But then they had a baby together.
No, but he did.
But at the end of the day, it's not right. They're very young, immature, not whatever. And the problem is, it's in the public eye. That's the thing, right? But no matter what, Jude Bellingham was horrible to him whenever they played him out. He was really, really horrible.
Yeah, he was. He was horrendous. Getafe played Real Madrid, and Bellingham balled him out in the pitch, calling him this, calling him that, and all that.
Nobody's perfect, and also Tuchel's having some issues with Bellingham at the minute too.
Yeah, and I think only under pressure now from media. Bellingham's back in the squad.
Like after I watched the post match the other night, Real and Liverpool, all the pundits there were saying Bellingham should be called up for it. I don't know.
Pure pressure.
Tuchel obviously knows what he's dealing with there.
I think he'll do it one game, and if it doesn't go well, I think he'll definitely. I mean, you can see England's results have been better without him. I
didn't even get a good impression of Bellingham whenever he done a post match interview after the Liverpool game either. But that is all of this is my personal opinion.
So will we move on to Arsenal?
Yeah.
Okay, Arsenal then this season under Arteta have been pretty much.
Well, until last night they seemed to have been flying.
Yeah, but they should have scored 5 last night. They should have scored 5. You know, the one thing that happened last night with Arsenal was that they defensively they weren't sound enough, which is strange for them. Arsenal are by far and away. No matter if you want to see free-flowing football or set-piece football, they can do all of it. They can do all of it. And they will. To me, they'll win the league easily. Although, judging by Man City here, they're going to put a fight up. You know, we'll see. But Arsenal, what do you think? Arsenal.
Yeah, they're easily at the minute. I did think there would be something with Sunderland yesterday that they wouldn't win that. But yeah, for me, I do agree with what you're saying. But you know what? And again, it's,
but you wouldn't have put £1,000 bet on Sunderland getting a draw.
No, I wouldn't have done that. No. I just, do you know what? In my head yesterday, I was going, God, this will probably be one of these ones that Sunderland win it, because you never know what happens in the Premier League sometimes.
Well,
unbeaten things and all this come to an end at times.
Yeah, but can I say to you, if Arsenal are playing 9 times out of 10, how many times are they going to win? Or sorry, if Arsenal playing 10 games, how many times are they going to win?
9.
Yeah, I think so. Like, you know.
But to be honest, I mean, and I'll say it, there's Isaac there. I say it again, and it's weird for me, right, that I see that I'm watching Man City and I'm going, go on, fight Arsenal for the league, right? Sometimes I go with my, that's what gets me all the time. I go with my heart and everything, right? And I would much prefer, I don't really get or like Arsenal.
Nor do I.
So I don't.
I actually hate them.
So don't.
I actually hate them. I said last night I really like their away kit. That's it, right? But I do not like Arsenal. I don't like.
I go with my heart. I don't like that pale blue Man City kit. I don't like it at all.
Sure.
I don't even like Erling Haaland, and I'm disgusted I sold out to him. But
what happened to the Rick and Nick Man U podcast?
You're making me talk about all these people.
It was supposed to be that there's this.
Right, well, we need to go back now. We are on to the revival next.
No, what we'll do is we'll cut this in 2 parts. We'll finish off this segment here, right?
Do you not know I'm a talker?
Well, I do know that.
I've been ranting all day.
I know. Okay,
you kept saying to me, I better get you on this podcast because you'll run out of steam talking like this all day.
Yeah.
And I can't stop myself. I love, guys, this is me. I love football so much. You see, whenever I knew the first season of the first game of the season for Manchester United, it was coming back this year.
Are you up at fucking 7:30 in the morning?
I could not sleep.
I know.
I cannot sleep. Guys, I am going, will you hear this, right? I am flying from Dublin to Lisbon on Sunday.
Yeah.
I am taking a 3-hour bus to Porto, right? And do you want to hear the most devastating thing in the world for me is my GOAT, my best footballer of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, is going to be in Dragao Stadium, the home of FC Porto, right?
And where the bus will leave you off?
Where the bus will leave me off, right? At the same freaking time that I'm on that bus to Porto. And you could not make it up. And
So
Bruno Fernandes.
we'll have to watch the match on the phone on the way up the road, you know.
So close.
But anyway,
so
it's just
far.
let's finish this segment off. We've done Arsenal, right, didn't we? We don't like them really that much. Okay. Man City revival. What do you think after this?
Well, I say, come on, challenge Arsenal.
So Man City are under a threat of 115 charges.
I do think that's disgusting if they get away with that when
Yeah,
other teams
big
have
time.
been penalised for it.
Apparently, after 2 years this year, it's going to come out in December. What the charges are, right, and what their punishment will be.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think personally it'll be fuck all. I think they'll get away with every fucking thing because they've been doing shitty dealings behind the whole scene with Premier League for the last year. So
It's not fair that they get away with it and other
It's not
clubs
fair.
have to pay
No.
for it.
Well,
That's-
Nottingham Forest was it
Yeah,
6 points.
it's not right at all.
Yeah. So let's move on then. Man City revival. I don't think so. Revival in Premier League. I think that they'll struggle with Arsenal. Personally, are they the second best team in Europe? Probably, because the European teams are struggling to compete with the Premier League teams, and that's true. So they are. What's our last topic here? Napoli. Rasmus Hojlund, McTominay, and De Bruyne. Rasmus Hojlund. See, I watched Rasmus today.
It all started off great, and then you love Rasmus, and I love Rasmus too, don't get me wrong, but in the same breath, I love Garnacho so much, and I did get to the point with Manchester United, it wasn't working out, and they did need to go in some way, and Rasmus was a good one on a loan option, but as you've seen again, there is a goal drought from him.
He is streaky. He's streaky. He'll score 4 or 5 games in a row, and then he gets injured. And then he doesn't score for like 8 games.
And it hasn't helped because Kevin's out.
Yes, going to him then, Kevin De Bruyne, because he.
And this is the story of his life. He's a maestro of the game when he's on it.
Yeah.
But he is injured. It's like Lisandro Martinez for Manchester United. I was a huge fan of his, but I've had to reassess because he plays a couple of games, gets injured.
Do you know one thing I'll say about Martinez?
And Kevin is De Bruyne, by the way.
Yeah,
but I call him Kevin because he played in Manchester.
So one thing about Lisandro Martinez, right? So when Manchester United played Man City in the FA Cup final last year, beat them 2-1. It was Guardiola who said we couldn't understand how Martinez was playing. It was him. He said he changes the game for Man United.
Lisandro Martinez is a world class player.
He is,
and I actually think that the form of Napoli is kind of proven a bit how Kevin is as well.
He's brilliant.
But the problem with some people is these guys are just so injury. Kevin is the same as Lisandro.
And Rasmus as well.
Yes. Because yes, you were blaming all the thing. He's not getting picked. He's not getting picked. Rasmus was getting injured, and then he's only being able to play a certain amount because he's coming back from injury. These people who are injury prone fucks them up.
It does, man. It does.
This is the thing. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have never really had this.
No, that's mad.
They haven't been out for long periods.
Well, is that because the referees sort of help them? I don't believe that.
No, I don't. I just think that's the guys that they are.
Yeah, they're fit and strong. Yeah, definitely. People are just naturally able to avoid injuries.
But you have to, yes. Even when we were at a shit show and we had keepers like Onana and even De Gea, don't come at me, guys. Lisandro, when he was playing up in defence, I was loving it. He was even scoring goals and all. But
Yeah.
he gets injured and that's him fucked after a couple of games. There's
Yeah.
no more.
Who's this here?
He's still bitching that Virgil.
wild.
Did you see him go at Wayne Rooney the other night
Yeah.
too? Virgil is a narcissist, egotist. And he needs to catch a grip, to be honest.
Is he a sociopath?
No, that's me.
Right. Last two players. McTominay. This season here, he hasn't been as great as last season.
He hasn't been as great, but McTominay has always been that
Yeah,
way.
he's a good player, like.
I mean, you see Mark Goldbridge. We watched United
Yeah,
stand.
that's true.
Horrible towards. He was horrible towards a lot of players. He's horrible
Yeah.
towards a lot of players. See Harry Maguire. See the rebound that he made under the bullying that he was getting. Outstanding. I applaud that man.
Yeah.
He scores headers for us and gets us out of sticky situations. But Scott,
Actually, yesterday, if he didn't take Maguire off, I think we would have won that game 1-0.
But Scott McTominay, bloody hell! I mean, he's one of these steady guys. who
Ballon
scored-
d'Or
we were
nominee.
we were watching that thing earlier on about Michael Carrick and all in the team.
Oh, the Man U 2017.
And Michael Carrick was so underrated and
He
always
was.
goes underrated, right?
It's his first season.
See
for us.
the bloody goals that he scored, right?
It's his first season for
But
us.
Scott, I see all this social media now, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. I love TikTok and all so much. But people didn't have to deal with it as much back in the day. You see now, it's bloody toxic because you see people like Scott McTominay. We've lost him from our club,
We
right?
have.
When he was a constant, right? He was always a constant. Sometimes, like with Napoli, at the minute he's not scoring a wee goal, but we see with United when he was brought on, he might have provided you with a goal that you needed to win the game and all.
But don't forget, with McTominay, we came second in the league twice.
And
right?
also, he's a legend of Naples. They have
he
murals
is,
of him and
yeah.
everything. And he's playing at the bloody friggin' what do you call that? Maradona Stadium
Yeah,
as well.
that's true.
Gotta love that for them.
So look, the last person we have here is Jimmy Vardy, and then
And also
we'll take a
good,
break.
yes, he's scored 2 goals in 7 games. He's 38-year-old man. He is a wee party guy. Loves the party from Leicester, and he's taken himself and his family out of their comfort zone. And where's he went?
Como?
Cremosa.
Oh,
It's not-
Cremonese, that's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
Cremonese.
Yeah, he has.
And do you know what? 2 goals, seven games.
Yeah, brilliant.
And he's put himself out there too. So you know what? Fair play to these guys.
Jimmy Vardy is a fucking legend.
He's
like,
a legend of
isn't
the
he?
English game,
He
and he
is,
is, and
he
he should
is.
always be. That is the way that he is.
So we're going to take a break here, guys. Maybe make this part 1 and part 2 probably of this podcast.
I'm a talker.
That's all right. Okay, the game finished for this. So Liverpool 0, Man City 3 tonight.
Happy day, best result of the day.
I think it's good for Pep Guardiola as well, isn't it? Like, you know.
But it's a 1,000 game, and he served half time in the Premier League. He's done half of
Yeah.
it in the Premier League.
We'll say goodbye to the audience.
Bye, guys. Hope you
whoever they
hope
are.
you have a really super Sunday, and yeah, love you. Bye.
Well, and we'll upload this here, and then we'll maybe do the Man U one soon.
And I really love you, Liverpool supporters. Well, bye, and Arsenal. Bye.
Goodbye. Okay, take care. Bye.
Singing from the Stratford end. Come on. Big Angie's a prat. Well, better show that. Come on. Cheerio, Rodrigo. Evans can't strangle you no more. Come on. It's your Garty shit. Blame it all on the lit.